Hi guys, welcome to another video of Legally Grad. So I know I'm here after quite some time, but it's never too late. So this video is one of the very important video because I'll be talking about the interview questions that your university might ask you while you getting selected to the university. And this is completely based on my personal experience and the experience of my friends who got the interview from the university. So without delaying, let's start. And in the end of the video, I will provide you with other probable questions that the interviewer might ask you. This might be useful for you to prepare as well. Initially, when I first got the mail that you're going to get the interview, I was panicking and I didn't know from where to start, but I just started by making the probable questions and then working on it. So, here are the questions that I was asked. So the first question is obviously it's your introduction. Here you can talk about your previous studies that you did, from where you graduated, and mostly it's also better if you include currently what you're doing. Like if you were doing internship, you can mention that, or working on a law firm, working anywhere as a legal advisor. Personally, I was not doing anything at that point of time because I was completely focusing my studies to prepare for bar examination of Nepal. So I said the interviewer that I'm preparing for my bar, which was like soon to happen. And immediately after I mentioned about the bar, the immediate question that the interviewer asked me was, are you planning to give your bar examination after coming to the US or not? So this was one of the very tricky question for me actually. But I said that yes, I am planning to give my bar there because like I do have the thought of working for 2 3 years there, like gaining the experience and gaining the experience and then coming back to my country. So in this kind of questions, first thing I would suggest that you give your bar examination of your own country because it's always a plus point. Secondly, if you say yes, eventually you're coming back, right? So university will not take it in elsewhere. It's okay if you were going there and giving your bar and then working there for a few years to have that experience. So after that, after answering that question, the interviewer self he explained me the whole process of giving a bar and how an international student have to appear for a bar. What are the documents that will be need that will be helpful, and even that information helped quite a lot for me personally to choose my course modules as well. The third question that I got was, why did you obviously choose this particular subject area for your master's degree? In my answer, I had mentioned about some core reasons and my life experiences that I had seen and felt during my past years that made me prominent about thinking that I'll be going for this particular law. So that was the same thing which I had also mentioned in my SOP. I explained about that, and I do suggest for you guys that whenever your interviewer is asking something, you try to add few more, but do not deviate with what you have written in your SOP, because obviously the interviewer will have your written SOP and all your academics side by side. He will judge you based on that as well. So you have to align your answers with what you have written in your statement of purpose as well. In this, you need to know about your credit hours, your total credit hours, and the particular course modules that you'll be studying. That is always a probable question that the interviewer might ask you. So just know that. And the another question that I got was, have you researched about any of the professors of that particular university? And luckily I had researched about the professors that were going to teach me. Um, so I had researched them, and I had read a few of the articles of one of the professor. Her name was Sarah, and I read her few articles, and mm, you know, I was personally inspired by her article as well. So that's what I said. I mentioned about her article, the core gist of that article, and how that is inspiring to me personally to mm, to get more knowledge under her guidance. Therefore, you also need to know everything about your professors. You need to have a thorough research. Moving on the another question that I got was, what things had you considered while choosing this particular university? So here, while reading about the university, you'll know everything about it, the programs, the facilities that they're providing, the research centers that they have. Especially in my case, the university had a very special clinics, and research centers, and a law society as well. So I told everything about it, and they do have a very good career counselors, who will constantly be guiding you during your process of studying there in the university. So those are the things you need to know, and you can answer it, and you can mention it in your answer as well. Now, the professor also asked me like how many universities had I applied to in total, and from which of the universities I got accepted or rejected. So this is also very common question most of the universities asks you. And the last question which I received was like, it was an out of box question, but he asked me what is the non-law book that you're currently reading. And at that point of time, I was reading one of the love story book which I mentioned, and I was in the middle of it. So these are the questions that I got. Well, beyond these questions, there are some of the few probable questions as well. So the other probable questions that you might get are like, what are your plans after graduating, and what were your past work experience, and why did you particularly choose USA for your LLM, and also what are your expectations from the universities, and how this course will be helpful to you after you return back to your home country. So here are all the questions that I personally got, and I hope that it might be helpful to you as well. All I would suggest is don't panic. Professor might be intimidating for you as well. Mine was very soft. He was very calm and friendly. So I did not panic at all. What I would suggest you is don't panic and then answer as if you were talking to the professor. And this is it. I hope it helps you. So, well, bye. I'll see you soon. Do good and stay healthy. Bye. Have